so happy to be here. Hey there, welcome. And this is my visual podcast, Tea Talks. I'm 𝗬𝗨𝗪, the host. And this is something I've been had in works since I started my channel. I am a thinker. I think and think until I really get tired of thinking. So this podcast I'm using to relieve myself of so much on my mind and hopefully reach out to others who have similar opinions as I do, or even different opinions. I'm open to all as long as they stay respectful. Okay. So today's topic is about life lessons I've learned, and some that I've had to relearn in 2022 that I'm bringing into 2023. So this is not a new year, a new start, a new me, as some will say. And I think it's a great time for reflection. So 2022 really started out really rocky for me. I was heartbroken, partially depressed, and just coming out of a blur that 2021 put me in. I had just took my first big girl trip though. Woo woo, you know what I'm saying? I went to Maryland, then New York City, New York. Was in there looking like New York. Like, I love my outfit and everything. So I went to New York for about 4 days. My friend girls really made the trip for me, and the scenery, because how I felt personally was not it at that time. Like, I really believe I was in New York crying one night. Like, it was a mess. It was a mess. I was also still in my sophomore year of college, so fixing to graduate. And that's really around the time that I chose my change. That's when I chose to say, you know what? Some gotta change. Some gotta be different. Like, come on. So you really have to say to yourself and choose, yeah, I'm about to get over this. I'm about to get myself together and be happy. If you watch my recent vlog, you'll see that I said in it, choose to be happy. Like, happiness is almost a choice sometimes. Like, sometimes you really gotta force yourself to be happy. So when I was about to get myself together and be happy, I'd had previous experience with doing this, like back in 2019. I definitely knew it would work, but I was in a place where I wanted to feel my feelings. I also felt I didn't truly heal or feel what I was feeling 100%, or feel what was 100% valid to feel. I didn't want to be like that anymore. Like, I didn't want to not heal over what I needed to, and I wanted to feel my feelings. So yeah, it kept me sad and slumped, but it brought me to where I am now, where I don't feel those feelings because I chose to feel them at that time completely. Even after my I'm going to be happy epiphany, I still would have those moments of sadness like anyone else, and I was sure to feel them. I feel we live in a generation where it's almost normal not to feel, which is crazy. Like, that's just so crazy to me. Like, even in relationships, like, what do you mean? What do you mean you didn't want to tell me you miss me, you love me because of your homeboys? Huh? Who you dating? Them or me? People are buying supplements that are known to strip you of emotions, like ashwagandha, like, but I'm not completely mad at that though, because I need to order me some, okay? I ain't completely mad at that one. But on the kind of relationships and bonding with people side of things, I just find it weird how it's weird to show feelings and to care for people. Like, please be human. It's okay. Like, if I miss you, I'm gonna tell you. If you miss me, tell me. If you love me, tell me. Like, you want to talk to me, call me. You need someone to talk to, text me. I feel like we make things much deeper than it is, worried about how we'll look or seem in a way that's not even human. Like, it's not human to not feel things. Like, emotions, stuff like that are all human things. So it's like, why would you want to feel like an alien? Like, why are you allowing people to make you feel like an alien? Like, why do you not want to feel human? That's crazy. So something I've been working on, I don't know if it was last year I started or the year before. I feel like it was the year before though. But basically just doing things because you feel them and not looking for validation of someone else to do it. And by that, I mean how I just said, like, if I miss somebody, I want to reach out and tell that person I miss them, despite if they say they miss me too or feel the same way. I'm not saying to overextend yourself to people who are obviously not reciprocating in no shape or form, but people who you've grown to have this connection and love with and feel comfortable enough to extend that expression to, I say do it. I really do. And literally don't hesitate at all. Like, people really be needing to hear that. I know I do. Like, I love I miss you texts or random checkups, especially from ones I least expect. Like, it just really makes me feel good and important and thought about. So I kind of think about that with other people. Like, they probably feel the same way right now. Like, it's just crazy, like, how you may not be going through something at that time, but somebody else may be, and you just do a simple thing. Like, it's been so many occasions I just do a simple thing just in that moment, not really even thinking about it, but it would mean so much to that person, and that makes me feel good, even though in my opinion I really didn't do much, but it makes me feel good that I made somebody else feel good by really doing the bare minimum. But on another note, like, I kind of have a sort of generalized anxiety that also affects me socially. So I can kind of get in my head about things and people to where if we haven't talked in a while, or just like minor things, like if it could be like the text sounding different. Like, I can just feel the vibe in the text and stuff like that. I just like, no, I feel like what I do, like what I did. Even like interactions with me on social media or something, I'm like, oh, this person is mad at me, or they don't fool with me, like they ain't friends with me anymore. Like, I must even if I know I haven't did anything, which is so crazy to me. Like, that's the craziest part. Like, I know I haven't did anything, but I'm sitting here feeling some type of way because I'm like, oh, they don't like me for some reason. But I just be knowing that something is off. Like, it's something crazy off. Like, sometimes though, because my intuition is like top tier, okay? Like, I hardly be wrong about stuff. So like, sometimes I really be right. But I'll get like that, and I hate when I do, because there really haven't been an incident as to why we'd even be on those type of terms. So it's just like, why would I think that? Like, why do I just immediately feel like it's something bad? And a lot of times it do be weird vibes, but then sometimes it really just be that person going through something, or just me, whatever I'm going through, just being I guess a little self-conscious about certain things with certain people. Depending on the person, I'm more of a confrontational type person, so I just hate tension. So I'd rather come to you like, hey, what's up, we good, than constantly having that off feeling about things, because it's definitely been times the person just be going through something, like I just said, and going through something personally, or maybe even felt I was the one with the problem or with the issue, and we can come together and solve it, which I love, because that relief of tension be the best feeling. So I really say all that to say, do what you feel, what you truly feel, and do it for you. I'll say there is a healthy selfishness, because putting yourself first really saves you. And that's something I'm definitely bringing into 2023, proving to myself that I don't have to prove anything to anyone. I don't have to prove that I'm a good person. I know I'm a good person. And if you are too, you'll see that, will attract, and you may get to experience that, whether as a friend or romantically. Like, ever since I put that in my mind, that I need to prove to myself that I don't have to prove anything to anybody. My mindset has really changed. Like, I feel like I've been more myself because I'm living for me. Like, who leaves and who comes is how it's meant to be. Everyone who comes isn't for forever, and everyone who leaves doesn't mean they'll always be gone. I think paths cross again with some people, but at certain roadblocks or intersections. But at this time, we just not meant to be in close cahoots right now. And I've really came to terms with that, even with people who I didn't want to, who I wanted on my journey the entire step of the way. But I can't make anybody be here who don't want to be, or who don't show up as if they don't want to be. So 2023, I'm really setting boundaries of only accepting people who wants to and shows genuinely they want to be in my life. And as soon as they don't, they're out. I'm not forcing anything. I'm not convincing them. First red flag, and it's deuces. You gotta go. I'm not doing it this year. I'm not. Like, ain't nobody safe. Everybody is on thin ice for real. Like, I've came too far and grown so much within myself and knowing what I do and don't like and dislike around me that I just don't even have the energy to entertain it or to even tolerate less. Like, I accept people for who they are and understand that no one's perfect, but certain characteristics of people, I genuinely feel like I have the right to have the choice as to whether or not it's something I want to befriend. Like, I really don't see the problem in it. I'm also a more verbal person now. So if it's something you do that I don't like, or more so I don't feel like you're showing up as the person I know for sure you can be, I'll tell you. I'll tell you exactly what it is, how it makes me feel, and why. Okay? So it's no excuses. It is no excuses. I know in this new year though, I'm not repeating myself too much. I'm not. Like, I feel like 2022, I feel like I was teaching the same people the same thing I've said to them over and over again. And after a while, it's just like, okay, you just don't care. Like you don't want to be this person or friend for me, regardless of what you say. Because I don't be asking for much. I really don't. I really don't. A confident reply when I text you is really bare minimum. So for me to really have to be repeating that is crazy. Like, it's crazy. I promise you, to the same person. So I'm taking people for who they are and listening to them the first time, to their actions. Words with no alignment means less than a penny for real. Like, it means nothing. So I'm taking people for who they are. And I know people be like, take people for who they are. Don't listen to them the first time. And I'm just like, I just give people the benefit of the doubt. And I just be trying to, put myself in their shoes or the situation. But it's just like, nobody be doing that for me. Nobody be doing that for me for real. Like, for real. So it's like, why am I sitting here, But, like I said, I'm not gonna base my actions off of other people and how they feel. But at the same time, I'm not gonna be giving myself and not having it reciprocated. Period. Like, but this year, I'm actually excited for what it has to bring. And I'm praying hard to. I'm praying for better connections and genuine friendships, along with sticking to my set boundaries for myself to not let off they necks. Just not letting off their necks. So if I say I'm not going to be repeating myself, I told you this once that I don't like it. Maybe not even once. Okay, I might tell you a second time, but that's it. Like, after I told you a second time, hey, I don't really like this. This is why. This is how it make me feel. Can you fix this? Like, can we work on this? Okay, that's number one. Number two, hey, you remember I said I don't really like this, So, what's up? And that's it. After that, I'm disrespecting myself by still allowing you to do this. So after that, you'll just never hear from me again. And it's so crazy how when you do that, when you give people the taste of their own medicine, like it just eats them alive. And they just like it, they act like they just don't understand it, but it's just like, babe, you've been doing this. And it's not even about tick for tat. It's just about I'm reciprocating the same energy. I'm not putting in more energy than I'm getting. So it's like once I put in that same amount of energy, now I'm acting weird. Now it's what's wrong with you? Now it's like nothing. Ain't you been doing this? Ain't this what you like? Ain't this your motto? Ain't this what you live by? But it's not happening this year. Leave that in 2022, boo. For real. Like, I sound like my instructor. She be like, make it do what it do, boo. So leave that in 2022, boo. For real. So I say all that to say, be a little selfish. Prove to yourself that you don't have to prove anything to anybody. Okay? Make people show up and live up to their own words. And if not, cut, baby. Life is a movie, for real. So, you're not gonna be acting in mine no more. Cut. I hope you have a year that you deserve and well wishes to everyone. So, what are you taking into 2023? Use the comment section down below as a discussion board and get into the conversation. I want to hear what y'all got to say. If y'all agree with me, if you have a different opinion on things, I'm all ears. All of them. I got 2, but guess what? For y'all, I have 4. So thank you so much for tuning in to Tea Talks on Tuesdays. Hopefully this will be up on Tuesday, I hope. But those are the set days that I want to do my Tea Talks is on Tuesday, okay? I don't know how often they'll be. The minimum I want to do is at least once a month where we just sit down and just talk and just relate to each other. But we'll see. This is the first episode of we're gonna work on it for sure. So be sure to subscribe and don't miss out on episode 2. It's not a drop date yet, but I am so excited about this segment, y'all. Oh my goodness. Like I said in the beginning, I've been waiting and in the works and wanting to do this since I started my channel. Like just sitting down and just talking, because I told y'all I just been thinking about stuff. So it's just like, I love it. And it just, I don't know how to explain it, but it's basically like a girl talk / podcast, and it's just something I want to do. But I didn't want to name it girl talk because I'm not just going to be talking about girl things, okay? We're talking about real life things, okay? We're talking about how people treat us. Like, we're going to talk about girl things too, but it's not just that. But yes, be sure to follow me on all my social medias at Onlytiari. That's Instagram, TikTok, and every other social media really, but mainly those 2. Be sure to check out my website at 𝗲𝗏𝗍.me. I think I got it down right now. I don't know when you may be watching this, but I do have it down right now. But you can check out my UGC profile, and it'll kind of basically give you the same information about me as my website. But usually on my website is my upload schedule, and if there's any delay, then it'll be an announcement on there. And yeah. Oh, also in the comment section, be sure to leave topics that y'all would like to talk about and want me to talk about and stuff like that. When I say I'm open, like this is literally gonna be our thing, bro. This is gonna be our thing. So I am open to all the suggestions, all the topics, most of the topics. Okay, let's not get too crazy. Let's not get too personal. But we are going to be vulnerable. We're going to be transparent, and we're going to be honest. Okay, so be sure to drop it down below. Let me know. That's it. That's all. Bye. We got the first episode out, y'all. We got the first episode out.